2026! How's everybody's new year? I hope you guys are getting all that you want out of this new year so far. We're only like, what, 21 days in? Oh yeah, 22. Wait, 21. Because tomorrow's my sister's birthday. She was born on the 22nd. So, how's everybody doing? I haven't posted on here since November. I think it was either November or December. I'm so sorry, everyone. I would tell you that I've been busy, but that would be a lie. Well, okay, I was busy in December, but the entire month of January has been, I don't want to say boring, because boring isn't the word. It's been less busy, maybe we can just go with that. I've started a few habits that I'm like really proud of. If you know me, I am a self-proclaimed workaholic. I started working at 16 and I was working 40 hours a week while going to high school, and then I graduated high school, and then I was working 40 hours a week going to college, and then I went online to college and I was working 50 hours a week between my banking job and a serving job. Like, I have always had 2 jobs. I've been busy, go since the day I got a car. That's just like what I knew I wanted to do. I wanted to go, I want to make money, I want to do this, I want to do that, and that's what I did, and I enjoyed it for a long time. So all throughout December I was working 2 jobs. I was working 8 a.m. from my bank job until 5, and then I would go into my serving shift from 6 to about 12 o'clock at night. Like, I was like working long hours, and something just like changed in my heart in December, and I like didn't want to do it anymore. Like, I was burnt out on working so much, and I had a new passion under my belt. Like, I want to take content creation seriously. I think I can see myself going somewhere with this, and I decided I have to pick what's important. Do I want to be working 60-hour weeks, or do I want to be working a little less, making less money right now, but it'll pay off in the long run? So this year is all about investing into myself and slowing down and doing things more intentionally. So with that being said, what habits have I started this year so far? So every single week of January in 2026, I have taken at least 1 yoga class, which is something that was so important to me. I wanted to get to moving my body more, and I can do yoga and I can do Pilates at home, but there is just something so special about going into the class where an intention has been set, where I have an instructor pushing me, where I have an hour set aside that once I'm in there, I'm in there. I'm not going to leave because I have social anxiety, so I'm not going anywhere. I'm stuck in there, and I have the instructor pushing me. I have the instructor helping me. I have like this time of my week set out for me to focus on myself, to breathe through my thoughts. Like, it has been just completely wonderful, and I'm so happy I've done this for myself. I also have been doing this little challenge where I try a hobby each week. We're currently on week 3 right now, so I played pool, I went boxing, and this week I'm doing pottery. So this is like a series I've been doing on my social media. I may put them on shorts. I don't know why I haven't done that yet, but I will go and put them on shorts probably soon. But yeah, I also have been journaling. Here's my trusty journal. Actually, I think I used this in the last video, but I did add a Spider-Man sticker to it. Thanks, Abby, for the sticker. So I've just been like keeping track of like my progress. I started writing my book in here, which has now been transferred to a computer, but I've just been like journaling, writing my thoughts, kind of working through things rather than just like making decisions and going off a whim. I just like to write down what I'm feeling in here and kind of like feel the feelings rather than ignore them and avoid them, because I am an avoidant attachment style. There's still a lot of things that I avoid, but I try to do better, at least. And then, as I said, I have started working on my first book. Writing a book is something that I have always wanted to do. I began reading like as soon as I could. Like, my mom's like, here's a book. I'm like, thanks. I loved reading when I was a child. I read Magic Tree House, Boxcar Children, Dork Diaries, Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Harry Potter. Like, I read everything that was ever near me. Geronimo Stiltsman. Do y'all remember that little mouse? And then they have the girls version. I loved it. I loved it all. I loved to read. I was always reading. The Selection series has a special place in my heart. Like, oh, I read The Summer I Turned Pretty when I was a kid. Like, I loved reading. So when I was a kid, I always thought like a fiction book is what I would write. Probably something like the Selection series, like some kind of romance, because I was obsessed with that kind of stuff. And then I think it was my freshman year of college is when I started getting into self-help books. And I was listening to them, I was going on walks, and I walked a lot my freshman year of college. One day I walked 10 miles. That's the most I've ever walked to this day. I forced me and my friend Abby. I'm like, Abby, we're just going to skip class today, and we're walking 10 miles, and we did it. We walked 10 miles that day. So that was like an era of me like really moving a lot, and I was listening to self-help books. If you want to change your life, change what you're reading, because you are what you think. Like, what you think comes into fruition, and to change what you think, you have to change what you read. So like, depending on what you're reading is how you're going to be acting. Like, and I so strongly believe in this. What you're putting into your body is going to come out, and reading is it changes so much of how you're thinking and what comes out. But that was a time in my life when I was reading a lot of self-help. Right now I read a little bit less self-help. I still enjoy a self-help book. My current read right now is Trick Mirror by Gia Toleranto. This is not going to be considered self-help. So this is where I'm getting into. Somehow, I think it was probably into last year. No, also my senior year. I mean, not my senior year. My freshman year of college into my sophomore year. Kind of into that transition. This is 2022, 2023, 2024. In these years, I was going through self-help and memoirs, and I was so obsessed with memoirs. I read Kerry Washington, Viola Davis, Matthew McConaughey. Takes the Cake. His was the best, but I loved each one of these. Who else did I read? I read pretty much every memoir that was available on my library. Like, I loved listening to these people's accounts of their life, and I was like, this is a book that I want to write one day, a memoir. Just like an account of your life and like the experiences that you went through and how they shaped you. Except I didn't feel like a memoir was something that I wanted to write right now. Obviously, as a 20-year-old, memoirs take experience and life lessons and, learning experiences, and I haven't had enough of that yet. I feel I obviously have gone through a good bit in my 21 years of life now, but I don't think I've gone through enough where I want to write the type of memoir that I want to write. I want mine to be a little more relative to like Matthew McConaughey. If you've read his book, he basically just like he's done so many amazing things. Studied abroad in Australia, went to Africa and like fought these men. Like, I want my memoir to be full of lessons and stories, and like to mimic the Bible, like with the parable type of thing. So I'm not in the place right now to write a memoir, obviously, because I haven't experienced even half of the things that I want to experience, not even a quarter. Like, I have so much more that I want to experience and that I want to write about in my memoir. So then last year, 2025, is when I got into this little thing called a personal essay book. I had not even, this had not come into my consciousness. I had never heard of a personal essay book. I didn't even know that that was like a thing that people did. I thought, you had nonfiction and fiction. I didn't realize that nonfiction was so, it doesn't have to be fact. It does not have to be fact to be a book. Who knew? So this did not, register to me until last year. I would say the first personal essay book I read, I didn't even realize, I think it was Untamed, possibly. Or Everything I Know About Love. I feel like it's more of a personal essay book. The line is very thin. But the one that I, recognize, and I'm like, this is a personal essay book, is I Didn't Know I Needed This by Eli Rallo. I read that book and I'm like, I could see myself writing something similar to this. Hers was a lot about dating apps, stuff like that. Not my cup of tea, because I don't really think about dating that much. But my journey, that got me into personal essay books, and I've slowly started reading some more. Right now I'm reading Trick Mirror. This is an essay book about, it's reflections on self-delusion. I have really been enjoying this one. I'm on page 70 right now or something. I read a good bit last night, but I'm on page 77. So this one's really good so far. She's talked about her experience with she went on a reality TV show talking about how we see ourselves. It's right now I'm reading this book, or the chapter, it's Always Be Optimizing, and it's kind of talking about how women view themselves and how women have to be optimizing. Very, very interesting read. I'm trying to read more personal essays to kind of get a gist of them. I've just recently read Die Hot with a Vengeance. That was by Sable Young. I enjoyed that one as well. I did an audiobook for that. That one's just talking about vanity and navigating that world of vanity and being on social media, stuff like that. I really enjoyed those. So I'm trying to get more into personal essay books, since it is something that I want to write one day. I haven't read a personal essay book that touches on the things that I want to touch on yet. I don't even know where I would begin with that. But yes, so I decided upon reading these personal essay books, I'm like, this is what I can see myself writing, personal essay, which takes your life experiences as a memoir does, but it's a little more broad, maybe. Like, I'm taking my life experiences and I'm talking about the lessons that I've learned. And I mean, I can talk about anything that I want. That's just like the beauty of it. I've written about 10,000 words-ish right now. So every Tuesday, that's where I was trying to go with this. Every Tuesday I've been going to the library and I write, and it's just been like, it's been the best. Like, I'm feeling so much like myself with the hobbies that I've been doing and like the routine I'm in. I felt like, I was working so much that like work became my identity, and it was like, there's Jilly, she's the worker, like she's the one that goes to work. What are you doing, Jilly? I'm going to work. Can you do this? No, I'm going to work. Like, it was always like work. You would think that I was Rihanna. I was just like always working. This man is pulled up next to me, and am I parked bad or is he parked bad? I don't know. Probably me, honestly, but he's gonna be looking at me. But so much of my identity was found in work. And it's not even that like, okay, I found my identity in work and you're like an actor. I was a server and a bookkeeper. Do I want my identity found in that? No. So now I've started doing things and it's like, Jilly, what do you do? Oh, I'm an author. Oh, I do yoga. Oh, I do this, I do that. I've tried this, I've tried that. So I just feel so much more like myself. I'm trying new things. I'm talking to people. I'm having fun. And like, I feel so free, and this has been like a great system for me. So anyways, I wanted to come back to YouTube this year, and when I do yoga, I go to a 6 o'clock class and I get off work at 5. So I have like an hour in between and like transition time, and I usually sit on my phone. Sometimes I'll read my book, but I was like, why don't I make a YouTube video today? Because one, I look beautiful, so obviously everyone needs to see this. I'm just kidding. I just read a book about vanity, and I'm going to be saying that. But I have just been so happy and content, and this year I really do want to focus on growing my channel. Not necessarily my channel, but like my social medias in general. YouTube has kind of always been a place where I can just like post whatever I want, and I can talk to the camera, and I can get either like Abby in my passenger seat, my sister. Like, I always just kind of talk on YouTube, and I get to be myself. And then like, I feel like other social medias I have to be optimizing. Always be optimizing as the chapter I'm on, but I need to always be posting something that's going to get attention, going to get a conversation started, going to get this, going to get that. Where on YouTube I can just be. So that's really nice. Oh, I missed you guys. I hope you missed me too. I was getting on here and like have like a topic, which I might still do, but I'm going to probably go ahead and end this video so I don't have to edit it, and I can just put it straight onto YouTube. But thank you guys for watching. Follow along for this year, because I am going to be posting randomly. I'm not going to commit to every single week, but I have been having this hour that I don't see why not. Like, why not use it and put something online? So do you guys like my sweater? I am like absolutely obsessed with it. I got it at Gap, but I did stain it, and I've worn it almost every single day this year. Like, I just love it so much. And then I got these leggings at Goodwill this weekend. So I'm feeling, I've been thrifting again. Thrifting was a huge part of my life when I was in 9th grade, and I just like recently started thrifting again. I'm so excited about it all. So yes, I'm gonna probably put my videos that I've been like posting on Reels, or on Shorts, so that you guys can see them all. But if you want to follow my other social medias where you're gonna keep up with me more, I'll put them in the description. And I'm gonna try to find a way to make a podcast, like put this into podcast form. But if not, they're always on YouTube. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys.